Hi guys, welcome back to another movie review, and today I'm here reviewing Fred 2, Night Living Fred from 2011. And also guys, I don't have any more of my braces on my teeth, and I'm officially done with it. And so, Fred 2, Night Living Fred is directed by Nickelodeon once again and Lucas Cruikshank. And so, the film has new characters and that stuff. Fred's still in the movie, but there's new characters and that stuff. The actor who plays Bertha from the first movie isn't really in the second movie. Look. This Bertha, this is her from the first movie. And that's who she looks like. She first was played by Janetta McCurdy, but now she's played by Danella Monite. And, there's Talia. Yeah, the girl in the movie. Oh. Yeah, the movie there was a time when we saw like young Talia. Look, let me show you for a minute. Let me show you. Okay. Yeah, that's her. This is the young version of Dahlia, Talia. Like, and there was young Fred again. Yeah, the young version of Kevin, and here he is again. Yes. And also, Devlin. Yeah, it was Jake Devlin. The music teacher guy. That's really cool. As a Lucas Cruikshank plays Fred Ficklehorn once again, and Sandy Monet plays Bertha again, and there's Savia Van Fallenhogen who plays Hedda Ficklehorn once again. Sean Cena plays Fred's dad once again, and oh, that's right, what I forgot. There's like Kevin's friend Diesel and played by Colors Knight. Also, there's her too. And Area Winter plays Talia, and Jake Weary plays Kevin Dog. Seth Morius plays Mr. Jake Devlin. Stephanie Courtney plays Kevin's mom, I believe. I think I saw her in the first movie. Jake Cullen played young Fred. And also in this movie there was Durf again. Yeah, so I forgot he appeared again in this movie, and that's really cool. So without further ado, let's get into a plot overview without getting further too much away. So movies to show up after the events of the first movie from 2010. So in 2011. So Fred Ficklehorn, played by Lucas Cruikshank, arrives home and he tells him what happened. Also, there's his music teacher, Mrs. Felsen. Mrs. Felsen. Yeah, look at her. Mrs. Felsen. And then one day, she just vanished, disappeared, gone without a trace. And then his new music teacher, Mr. Jake Devlin, appears and he acts super weird. He says, "Hello, Ski." Hello, Ski. That's what he kept saying, and his ass is so weird, and that he left classroom. He says he's the new music teacher, and he wants him to help to join the world with music, and where that is, and so while Fred is explaining what happened, he's eating like banana, but like a bunch of peanut butter nuts, and it's like, and he said he saw this strange girl following him home, and this is Mr. Jake Devlin appearing on like his new house, like moving there. Oh my god. And it's just like the bird and all that stuff, the bird talking. Yes, the bird, or like the crow. Right. The crow just talks, and then the devil just moves in next door, and Fred runs into again by the girl that was watching him, and then he runs back home. So now the next day, Fred tells Bertha about this, but of course Bertha does not believe him exactly. I mean, so Fred sees the girl again, and Bertha reveals that she's Talia, and then um and Fred meets Talia, and then they start walking to classroom, and so now Mr. Jake Devlin start teaching piano lessons with his classroom. But of course, Fred is the only one who doesn't like him because he thinks there's something really suspicious about this guy, and so Fred plays Fur Elise onto the piano. And if Fred is talking with Talia back while they're walking back home, and she gives him some cookies, and then he sees the bird. Talia disappears, and then Fred heads back home. And he thinks that Talia's a ghost. Which, of course, that's nonsense. I mean, Talia's not a ghost. He just, like... he likes... Talia's a ghost? Of course, it's not true. I mean, because he's just making all this stuff up. Just imagining things, and then... And now Kevin's mom announces that he's going to Kevin's house tonight, and Fred is disappointed until, like... I mean... Oh my god. And it's all, like, his father, John Cena, like, his father, like, he tells him to go there and learn more about Mr. Devlin, which he does so, and then... And Kevin now learns of the scene that Talia is, like, Kevin's sister. And he freaks out, and then he runs home, and then now he tries to get his father, and then when he opens the refrigerator, he isn't there. Tries to do a little word puzzle about Scribble about Mr. Devlin's name. He thinks that his name is very similar to somebody, which he doesn't know. And he's spying on Mr. Devlin outside, and he believes that he's burying something. And he has a cat, and he believes that... Fred believes that Mr. Devlin had murdered Mrs. Felsen, and now he's having pancakes. And Mrs. Felsen arrives for the pancakes. And Mrs. Felsen warns something to Fred about Mr. Devlin, that he's more than a music teacher, and he's evil. So the next day at school, Fred is convinced that Mr. Devlin is like... He's convinced that Mr. Devlin is an alien, which of course he isn't. So Fred walks home with Talia and realizes that she has known him ever since his childhood. Oh. But when Fred arrives home, he thinks that Mr. Devlin's is like a vampire. A vampire? Oh yeah, let me tell you people, something like this is actually true. Yes, but Fred was actually right. At the end of the movie, he was proven to be one. He was proven. And he has an imagination of finding Mr. Devlin at like a Twilight reference, and It's a Fred is researching about vampires, and he learns about they can't appear in their reflection. They can't appear at sunlight, no like garlic or silver. They cannot be invited into their house unless you invite them in. So he sees Devlin and he invites them in. But there's something I noticed in the movie. When he walked into the house, he noticed he didn't appear in the mirror reflection. Oh, because he's definitely a vampire, and he goes up with his mother. So he and Burf are taken to this restaurant, and he just... Yeah, so the restaurant is cooking. He's making food. And I mean... Look, he... Yeah, just this guy and some other guy. He's like... And this guy as well. And as far as arrives home, his mom tells him he had a wonderful date. So the restaurant, Burma disguises as her like as her mother. That was so funny. I don't know. Fred is watching Mr. Devlin outside during the nighttime, which he definitely had realized, and he realized Mrs. Felson's jacket is in the laundry. It's in the laundry bag, and then now he's having the arm wrestling scene. He's having the arm wrestling scene with his father at the WWE Championship game. Of course, it was all a dream. And then the next day, Fred's convinced that he's a vampire. Of course, Burford doesn't believe him. So having a blood drive at the school, and then once Fred arrives home, he tries to tell you about this as well. Of course, he doesn't believe him as well. And then Fred arrives home. He has a meeting with his father, the John Cena guy, that he needs to seek out Mr. Devlin in public. And then so he's grabbing a crosswalk, and he heads to this Chinese restaurant, and he just like... The restaurant, oh my god, the scene was so funny. Look. Look. He runs into this woman, and she's so very skeptical of Fred's weird behavior. And there's a man here too, and she's like, I don't want to be out with him. He's so weird. And he grabs some. He gets garlic sauce, and then he runs back home. As well as all these, his water gun weapons, these his master blasters, his ray guns, and then so his mom appears, and then now he just runs out the recital, and he just a full like he sprays everybody in the recital. Oh my god. Because he thinks that Mr. Dudley's a vampire, and his mom doesn't believe him. His mom thinks that he's crazy, not at school. Dudley plans to invite Fred to his house tonight, and then so he's gonna plan to do a live video feed of exposing Mr. Dudley as a vampire. He wants to convince the school that he really is, and so when he arrives there, he does the video, but then he finds out that he's some normal eccentric guy, and they're having dinner, and then now when he finds out, next day at school, when he finds out Mr. Devlin got suspended from classroom, he believes that he just ruined his life, and then he runs to his house to try to talk to him, and then but Mr. Devlin's very depressed because of what he done, and so now Fred goes there and takes on the video, and now he's gonna make everyone believe that he's a vampire, so Mr. Devlin can have his life, can have his own life back. So Bertha helps him a bit, and then Talia arrives as well, and then Kevin thinks that Devlin's got Talia, and so he and his friends are like, so he and his friends go there. But Devlin convinces he's not a vampire, then Fred convinces that he is, and then so the next day, Devlin says goodbye to Fred because he's sad that he's leaving, and so now he's hanging out with Bertha. He scares Kevin, and he falls down the trash can. That was so funny, and then so Fred is hanging back home with his mom. So we see him. Yes, look, people here, look. Look here, people. At the end of the movie, Fred was actually right the whole time. He was actually right the whole time. Because remember what he said at the beginning of the movie that vampires do not appear in their own reflections? And guess what he finds out of the movie? That Mr. Devlin, the music teacher, did not appear in the mirror reflection. And so mean. Look. People, look. Let me show you. Watch. Look, let me show you. Look, there it is. You see that? He didn't appear in the mirror reflection. So it turns out Fred was actually right the whole time. He was actually right. Because remember when he researched at the beginning of the movie, and yeah, you see that? So Fred was actually right the whole time. And so that's how the movie ends. He just gets so freaked out. And so that's the end of the movie. So I really like this movie. My god, so Fred was right the whole time. And he was like, I love the characters in the movie, the new characters like Talia. There was Talia, that's right. There was Jake Devlin. So Fred was actually right the whole time about this guy, and so at the end of the movie he was proven to be one. So the backstory of the movie with Fred and Talia and Kevin, that was really cool, and so I really like. And so the songs in the movie, the song For Elise. Let me see. Yeah, For Elise, and also the soundtrack of the movie was great. I also thought that the Sundance locations in it looked really cool, and I also thought that the special effects in it looked pretty great. The visuals in it looked nice. The editing in it was really awesome. I know Fred was imagining Mr. Devlin being a vampire. He was imagining fighting him. At the end of the movie, he was proven to be one. He was actually right the whole time. Also, that's why the background of the film was really great. I thought the animation, I thought the direction in it was cool. I thought the structure in it was really awesome. I thought the seaming in it was cool. I thought the edit, I thought the was really cool. And I thought the acting in it was really cool. It's so funny that Fred just imagines everything. He's just like, Fred just imagines in all these films, and I thought the writing in it was really cool. As well as the thought the CGI in it was really awesome. And I also thought that the final battle, the ending was really great when he pretended to be a vampire. Then, and also the twist of the ending, it was so cool. You see that? You see that Fred was actually right the whole time, and that nobody had believed him, and that he actually had proof the whole time. He actually was right. Because remember when he explained at the beginning of the movie that vampires do not appear in their own reflections? And guess what? He was actually right the whole time. And so I really like this movie. Yeah. So this movie gets 10 out of 10, A plus. So I really like the Fred movies. If you don't like it, that's completely fine with me. But I like it. I love it. It's really awesome and that stuff. It's really cool. Thank you guys for joining my movie review on Fred 2, Night of the Living Fred from 2011. And don't forget to like and comment and share and subscribe to my channel. And if you see you guys next time, and goodbye everyone. See you soon.